Let's start with story number 7, reported by Local 4 News Detroit. So there's an island park in Detroit. It's called Belle Isle Park. And
Okay.
last week they reopened their giant slide. You know those fun slides, and then you got to sit on the carpet to go down them?
Oh
You
my
know
God,
those
yeah.
things?
Those are
So
awesome.
they opened their giant slide, and it was going to run every weekend until Labor Day. And, it's got the big wavy waves on it, the bumps on it, and then you sit on the carpet. So hours after it opened, they announced that they were closing it down. Gabby, why did they close it down?
Like, first of all, I'm so how angry I would be if I like showed up for this and the second they opened, they closed it down. Obviously, they took giant into account and a giant human being broke the slide and it's cracked in half and they didn't do weight measurements, they didn't do any of that. They said giant and some giant ass cracked the slide. That's my take on it.
Excellent answer. So what happened was they put the bumps too close together, so the kids were flying down the thing like tennis balls going down a staircase. We got video of this from Local
No.
4 News. Put that up, Joel. Look at the size of this thing. Look at the kid at the front going down right there. And they're airborne already. They're
Oh,
horizontal. Bang. And the ones behind them, look at them. They're like laying flat. They're like taking bumps by the time
that's
they get to the bottom of this thing. Look at
amazing.
that. Look at the size of this freaking thing. Look at that. So apparently they're going to reopen it and they're going to use water to slow things down. I don't know if I'm feeling that. Like, are you going to be sitting on a soggy carpet?
I
You know what I mean?
I mean, first, the fact that it's children is hilarious just because they're okay. Because
They're
if
okay.
they weren't
Yeah.
okay, then I would feel guilty that that's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. They
Yes.
looked like those flying squirrels. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like those squirrels that go flying because their feet were like catapulted
Yeah. They
out.
got like wings and stuff, right?
That's all I
Backboard.
saw was
Yeah.
flying squirrels going down that slide.
I
I don't know that water will make it better.
don't think
Um,
so.
I feel like wouldn't water speed up the process and then they would just land face first in like a pool of water?
I think if they're on the carpet, they're not going to go anywhere. Like
It's
if they're
not,
sitting on a wet carpet, you know what I mean?
yeah, no, it's not anyone's favorite magic carpet ride. That's
I don't think
that's
so. I don't
Aladdin
think
would
so.
not be into this kind of carpet ride. That is for sure.
I think that they're trying to do what they can to salvage it because you got to remember, some engineer got paid a shit ton of money to make that piece of crap. And how did they not know they got bumps like 3 feet apart? How did they not know? Did they not test it
It's just
before they opened it to the public? You know what I mean?
listen, I can't make this about Jersey, but this does remind me of did you ever hear of Action Park and all the shit that went on there in
No.
New Jersey? Okay. This is a testament to Dave, who I work with, because there was a theme park in New Jersey, of course, that they didn't really test out the rides. There was a lot of problem with a lot of the rides, and it was very dangerous. There's a big documentary on it,
Oh,
and it's
really?
giving me Action Park vibes. And people from Jersey will get this, so it's a small pool of people. But how do you not test a ride like that and just throw children on it?
Right? Exactly. Exactly. No one,
Where are the
I mean,
angry parents with pitchforks, like saying never open this ride again? Like, where
right?
are they, mom and dad? What the hell is
I
going on?
agree. I agree. And the fact that again, somebody got paid a lot of money to do that. Some magical engineer got paid a lot. Well, what I do with every single story is I try to come up with a question that's somehow related to the story.
Okay.
And so here's my question for you with this one. Have
Uh-oh.
you ever taken a ride that ended up with you going head over heels?
No, I never. Well,
Nothing.
I'm not a heights person. It's my one fear in life.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't do a lot of rides. And let me tell you right now, for the reasoning of the video we just saw, that's a simple slide.
Yeah.
You sit on a carpet and you go down and there's issues. You think I'm going to put myself in the position to go head over heels flying into anything? I'm smarter than that. That's why I'm still alive today. That's why, I am who I am in my life and I can handle all these things because I don't make those bad decisions. But now I know for sure you definitely have because you're waiting to say it. And I can
Hell,
already
it
tell.
practically on a weekly basis with the kids.
Yeah.
So we went to this park last week, like a kids park, and I'm not kidding. One of the slides was like this.
Yeah, no.
And so, okay, it's okay if you're 40 pounds.
Yeah, no
You look
thanks.
down at the bottom. When you're 195 pounds, which is what I am, I thought I was tumbling to my death. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. For what
So,
reason? I say this all the time. My friends go on, what is the joy you get out of thinking you might die for a second?
right. Right.
I
Well,
did miss it.
a little birdie told me that you've done some wrestling training, so maybe you'll be head over heels eventually.
Listen, you never know when you'll see me in the ring. I'm a little addicted to it. If I'm gonna almost die, it needs to be in the space of pro wrestling because that's my life now. So that's the
Awesome.
exception to the rule.
Awesome. I might isolate that clip and put that up on Twitter, and then
You're welcome to.
we'll see if we can get you, in a ring on television. Let's go to story number 5, reported by the UK Sun. So there is a man in the English town of Cromer. This guy's name is Tom Selby. One night he heard a commotion outside his place, and he didn't think much of it. He thought, it could be badgers or something. I guess they have issues with badgers in his area. He thought they're just kind of making some noise. The next morning, he checked his security cameras, and he figured out what the noise was pretty quick. Gabby, what do you think the noise was? What do you think happened during the night?
I mean, if it wasn't an animal, I think it has to be a person like eating his garbage or something.
Eating his garbage.
Yeah, like a homeless person who was like looking for scraps.
You know what? You're close.
My
There was
ex-roommate.
there was a guy passed out on top of a car wearing only socks and underwear. Joel, you got the picture? Look at that guy.
Oh,
Right
amazing.
there.
That's
There
amazing.
he is. And as you can see, the dude had a serious wedgie face planted or flare flopped right there on top of that car. Imagine if you, let's say, Gabby, maybe in New York, you've seen this shit already, but imagine if
Yeah.
you, one morning, you stroll it to your car, you're minding your own business, and you found that on top of your car. How'd that work for you?
I wouldn't even be mad. I'd be like, you probably had a great night, or your friends are mad at you, or you're sunbathing. It's like one of 3 options.
Sunbathing. Guy's sunbathing.
I mean, he's in a good spot for it, and the sun looked like it was gleaming down. So for
Right.
me, it's like you're working on your tan. Just get off my car. I would be very nice about it. I've seen, like you said, it's New York. The shit I would see in the subway and like on the streets, like that's not even the most wild thing. But he definitely lost a bet or something with his friends and got hammered. And they were like, boys are crazy when you guys drink and you all give each other wedgies and like God only knows. So they probably like thought it would be funny and you were drunk and you threw him on top of a car.
The sunbathing thing makes sense. Maybe he like gave himself that wedgie because he wanted to get a little tan on the ass cheeks.
Tan lines suck, man. Come on.
And,
and men can just walk around, no shirts on, whatever. We're the ones who have to deal with like the lines and we gotta get creative with it and stuff. It's very hard being a female.
Interesting. All right. Well, here's my question for you about this one. And I could go in so many directions with this one.
I know.
Here's my question for this one. What is the weirdest place that you or someone you know ever laid down to take a nap?
Oh, easy. I have fallen asleep on a flight of stairs before.
Really?
Yeah.
How? Did you like fall and you said, well, I'm here now?
You would think it was because I fell. I'm quite clumsy when I do get very drunk. I went through a phase where I always fell. For some reason, no matter when I drank, like fell all the time. Like my friends, I'm almost 5'9", so I'm pretty tall. My friends would literally be like, big tree fall hard. Like that's what they would call it because I would stumble in the most dramatic form ever and get right back up like nothing happened and not feel it till the next day. So that was a toxic trait of mine that thank God I think I've grown up from a little bit. It's been a while. Like I've fallen, my best story is I fell down an up escalator once. And it's quite frankly, the hardest thing to get up from. I'm not going to lie, because while you try to get up, it's moving. So you keep just falling. It's just nonstop, like ascending to your death. Basically you feel like, and it's not fun for anyone, but it's one of the funniest things my friends have ever seen in their lives. But no, I think I just couldn't get into, I think it was just like a house party and you kind of just sleep where you lie and where you drop. And it was just one of those. I was tired. The stairs looked great. They had carpet on them. So to me, it's a win-win. And I woke up the next day, worst neck pain of my life, but it is what it is. You're in college and that's what happens.
It's interesting. So what you've told me so far is you said you're very clumsy, but then you feel no pain the next day. So that means that you're either going to be the best or the worst pro wrestler
of all time.
Of all time. Yeah. So we're going to have to see this. This is going to have to get done. It's going to have to get done.
I'm leaning towards best, but that's up for debate, I guess, if you know me or not.
All right. I am looking forward to the day. Hell, I might be there live to watch this after what I'm learning today.
You better be there live, and you better be drinking, because if you're not, having some jungle juice or something, because that's going to be what I'm going to make everybody do when they watch my match.
Everybody's going to watch every single time you wrestle. You're going to make everybody drink jungle juice. That's
because the drunker you are, the better I am too. It's just science.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I click the subscribe button. You really should too. If you like videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, subscribe now.